Okay, hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to discuss about how to handle the errors. So how to handle the exception errors, each and everything in logic apps using the try catch blocks. Okay, basically we use the scope for as a try catch block. So how to use? So going forward we will discuss everything. Okay. So first of all, the flow I will tell you first. First of all, I want to grab the data from the FTP server. Okay, someone else, the client or someone else will update the files in FTP server. So I have to consume the FTP files. The FTP files may be XML or JSON. Okay, so I need to process that file. If there is an error, if we get any error in that JSON file, so we need to find out that. So we need to identify that in catch block. So how to do that I will explain. Okay, so first of all I have navigated the FTP folder in my virtual machine. So this is my virtual machine, so this is my JSON. So already I have uploaded one file for process. Okay, so I have navigated. So after that I need to process the files which inside the folders in FTP folder. Okay, where is already this flow already based you can see my previous videos with clearly, so how to configure FTP server and everything. Okay, just for understanding I am creating again. Okay, if you think if it's a time waste process, okay, you can sorry you can skip the video. Okay, and for each loop, so I will do it fast for you. So I will concentrate on the try catch block. Okay, data for each loop I have selected the body. So after that um, you need to select the FTP. So file content. Okay, select the path. Okay, first I have selected the folder, later I have selected the path. Means the path is nothing but the file inside the folder. So after that you need to process these files. So how to process? You need to use the um, path JSON. If you want to read the data dynamically, JSON data, you need to use you need to apply the path JSON. Okay, use the path JSON. You need to convert that file to the JSON data. Okay, using the JSON casting. JSON of file content. Okay, so after that you need to upload the sample JSON payload. It can generate, it will automatically generate a JSON schema. Okay, so after that I'm using the HTTP request, because I'm going to send this data to another database. Okay, HTTP, and the method post method, because we are pushing the data from here only. Okay, so where is my okay, don't bother about this part, so only concentrate on the try catch block only. Okay, so already I have explained this about this part in previous video. If you want, please check. Okay, so in this body section, so I will copy it from the already created the project app. Okay, 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 we need to create that category ID, body department, and discontinued. So gender, why I'm selecting, because this data I'm going to send to the database. Okay, images. Okay, images, where is the images? Oh, image is not there. What happened? Let me check. Okay, images is not there. Images equal to, sorry, let's represent. Okay, now we need to again generate the schema. Sorry guys. Okay, now you can see a dynamic data for the images. Okay, the product ID, product name, quantity per unit, record. Okay, now click on save. Now our operation, the main aim of this logic app, so how to handle the mm, errors in logic apps. Okay, for each loop. Okay, okay, now I will add the scope. Okay, so what is scope? So if you want to apply any try catch block, finally blocks, if you want to add, you can add. There is a option scope. Okay, so how to add that I will explain. Okay, plus button and add. The scope is available in the control action. Okay, the control and the scope. Okay, so give a proper name for that. Actually I will give the try. Okay, you can put this for pass JSON inside this try block. Okay, so after that you need to add the another scope called the scope for the catch block, because if you find any error from this block, if you find any error from this block, you can throw and you can send to somewhere else to as a message, or the create a blog regarding the error message, everything. Okay, so in this catch block you need to define the set variables. Okay, set variables, where is that set variables? Okay, but before you set the set variables, you need to initialize that variable. In that scenario only you can set the variables. Okay, so where you have to initialize the variable, because you need to put the condition like the whether it's true or false. Okay, am I right? So that's why you need to initialize the variable. You have to define a by default or a false condition you have to create. So um, is error. Okay, so by default I will put the condition like false. Okay, false condition. Okay, leave it. Now come to the catch block. Now already you have initialized the variable, now is variable. Okay, now set the condition true. Sorry, okay, is true. Okay, what is this mean? Sorry. Okay, if any error raised, if any error thrown the catch block, so it will indicate the error, there is error, it means true. Okay, by default I set the variable as a false. If there is an error, the condition is set to be true. Okay, now again I will add the scope. So in this the finally, you know about the finally, it the execute irrespective of the error, whether there is error, whether there is no error, it doesn't matter. So it will take the both conditions. Okay, so that's why I configure that it is a I put the all conditions, it will accept the all conditions, because the finally will execute, this control will execute irrespective of the error. Okay, now I will set the condition, I will put the condition like condition. Okay, is error is equal to true. Okay, if there is an error, okay, let me swipe left. Okay, okay, now what I have defined, set the variables, and in that catch block, okay, you have to define here, only here you have to define the error conditions only in the timeout condition and fail condition. In that scenario only it will trigger the condition true. Okay, so after that, if the condition is true, you have to send the message to somewhere else. It means the log the data. So I'm creating a blob storage and create a blob. So once you open the blob, I will delete this two and delete, and again I will create 5. Okay, don't worry about that. Okay, so first of all, I'll go to the access keys. Okay, copy the storage account and paste over here, and the folder path, you need to define the folder path where you want to store this error details. Okay, so after that, the blob name is on which name. Okay, you will create the error based on the name. Okay, one you will create a blob with this a particular name, so give a proper name for that. Blob name error from FTP. Okay, so the blob content might be is error. Okay, now we will okay, I will put this for each loop in false condition. Okay, I will explain once again. So once I grab the data from the FTP folder, okay, wait, okay, once I grab the data from the FTP folder, I have to process that file. Okay, I have to process that file, and if there is an error, okay, I want to read the data, JSON data dynamically, so that's why I'm using the parse data to process. Okay, so if there is an error trigger in the try block, you can see that in the catch block. Okay, once any error triggered, so the catch block will identify there is an error and it will return the condition true. Okay, so after that, the finally block will be executed with irrespective of the error. Okay, it will execute whether it is success, it will execute whether it is fault, it will execute whether it is a third condition. Okay, in the skip condition. Okay, so here in the final block, I put the condition live if there is an error. Okay, if there is an error, it will the error message will go to the blob trigger. Okay, I mean like blob storage, the error will be stored in the blob storage. Otherwise, if there is no error, the process we have to process that file and we send the data to the database. Okay, that in that condition I put there. Okay, and now I will trigger this logic gap. Now we will check what will happen. Okay, yeah, you can see there is no error, so that's why you can see the FTP data is processed and it's created a data in storage SQL database with the product ID 3251. Now we will check, we will give the a wrong information. Okay, I'm going to remove one property. Okay, one field, control S, and now again I'm going to trigger the logic. Now we will check. You can see the file identified, the file processed, but in the try block you can see, so there is a parse error. What's the parse error? The schema identified, so whatever the data comes from the FTP, it's not matched with the schema. Okay, the incoming data is not matched with the schema, so that's why it's thrown error. So that's why the catch block return the true condition. You can see the true condition, the output is true condition, and it send the data to blob storage. You can see. Okay, now we will check whether data is created in the blob storage. You can see error from FTP. Okay, you can see the data like that. Okay, so this is the way we need to handle the HTTP error, sorry, like any errors, any kind of errors you can handle using the try catch block, using the scoop. Okay, thank you so much guys. If you like this video, please subscribe my channel. Okay, thank you so much. Bye.